You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle.
And I'm Alanna.
And Epicans, Chronicans, we are so excited to get to the full album reaction of the Phantom Agony, which is Epica's very first album.
I am so excited, Epicans, to be here with Epica's very first album. This is going to be an absolute treat.
Epicans, Chronicans can't wait to finally start this full album reaction series with Epica 9 coming out this year. We got a lot of albums to get through. Don't know if we're going to get through all of them before number 9 comes out, but we are starting with the Phantom Agony. We have done a lot of the songs from this album, but we have not done them on. We're doing the extended version minus kind of the orchestrals and the other like single version. So there's about 12 songs that we're going to be going through on this album. And I can't wait to get through it because this also has the original members on it. We're so used to having Isaac. We're so used to having Rob, Aryan. So the other people just, I know all you know, but there might be some that don't. The band's lineup was completed by the guitarist Adyta, the drummer Jeroen Simmons, the bassist Hutz, and then obviously Koen is still on keyboard, and then we got Simone and Mark on the vocals, and obviously Mark's playing some guitar as well. So we got our lineup of songs that we're doing. We're going to be doing the Spotify version, so it comes in nice and clear with lyrics so we can see it as it's happening, and I really can't wait for this.
This is going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait for this either. Thank you so much for letting us know all the original band members, because this will be the first time that we've heard it with the original band members, so I can't wait for that. Chronicans, this is absolutely amazing that we're finally getting into the very first album from Epica. I'm really excited for this because I like when we are able to listen to a whole album all the way through without taking like multi-day breaks in between songs like we have in the past. So it's going to stay very fresh. We'll see all those unique transitions and how they truly blend into each piece.
Yeah.
So this is going to be really unique, a ton of fun. I think the only time we've done this with Epica, or really many other bands, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, but was when we did our Omega stream.
Yeah, so, from start to finish, that it's only been Omega. And that
was
our only live reaction to music.
It was. So this is going to be a ton of fun being able to do that, but not live doing a reaction. So this will be fun with that. I can't wait to get into this.
Thank you all for being here, for all of the support throughout our Epica journey. It's been a long time. I'm very excited to finally get to albums because, like Alanna was saying, there's something different when you listen to song by song and the little intricacies that they have, how they blend into each other. We get to see lyrics as it comes down to, so we get to dive into some songs that we've already heard a little deeper with the lyrics. And we actually have heard the first 5 songs together, so we're kind of going to let the first 5 songs not go completely without pausing, but a little more flowy so we can just get into the music and the feel. And then there's some that we have not reacted to, so there's a little bit of everything in for this one. I'm very excited. We're starting with Adyta, the Never-Ending Embrace. And we got some Latin.
Got some Latin.
Got your drinks and snacks, everyone?
It already started 14 seconds in. There we go.
Much better. I was talking. That's what we love about albums. I think everyone loves that about albums. That's what I loved about Retrospect, is they had that incredible intro that bled into the Monopoly on Truth, and that's exactly what they're doing with their albums here. And we actually had heard Adyta and Sensorium. We've heard Sensorium a couple times, but we heard them when they were playing themselves as Sahara Dust in their 20th anniversary. So that was really cool to hear it again.
That was so cool. I was just thinking, because this is their very first album, imagine just being like picking this up at like HMV Sound or something and putting it in and listening to it, and that's what the first thing you hear. Oh my God.
It's something different. Something epic.
Something epic.
Nice. I must say Simone sounds so much younger in this one.
She does, but she's still
it's incredible. It's just you can hear, like, this is 2003, right?
Right? Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm just like blown away by how clean they already are for their first album.
Yeah.
But then, like, while listening to this and just listening to how well put together it is, it really made me think, here in North America, very often in the movies and stuff, everyone just kind of falls into a band and it ends up working out.
Right.
Type of idea.
Yeah.
But Simona, she's gone to school. She went to school with Floor. They've all, like, gone to these metal colleges that don't even exist over here.
True.
Right? So getting into this, their first album, I'm like, damn. Right off the bat.
And you can see why they contrasted them to like a Nightwish right off the bat too, because like an 04 Once comes out and it's very sounding similar in the same vein, and we're so happy.
It's that global thought bubble of music that came out.
No kidding, right? It's nice hearing it in the studio because I'm so used to hearing like Simone get us clapping in these moments.
Absolutely. I was like, where's the clapping?
Hey. We can do that ourselves though. goes right into Cry for the Moon. Here we go.
Oh my god. No.
Yes.
Wow.
They don't let you think if you're gonna like them. They tell you they're gonna.
Yeah.
One thing I must ask though, the Embrace That Smothers, this is part 4. Where are the first 3? Is that when they were like Sahara Dust and they had like an EP or something like that? Or is there something I'm missing here? Because we're starting with part 4 and we go all the way through part 6. So I'm just kind of curious on top of that.
Absolutely. And this is the first time that I've actually fully understood or even seen that it says the Embrace That Smothers.
Right.
Without just being Cry for the Moon.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a part of something bigger and part of the philosophy of like Mark, because he's always trying to put his psychology kind of into
have his open conversation
right?
in his music.
Yeah.
So that's really cool because I listen to Retrospect like all the time.
All the time, yeah.
And they have Cry for the Moon on there.
Yeah.
But it's just Cry for the Moon. There's nothing after that.
The brackets
so this is so cool to know that it's part of something bigger.
Yeah.
And
because like Dream Theater has like a 12-step type of part series as well that they have and a bunch of good songs. So I wonder if it's something like that. Let us know the extra bits on that too.
Absolutely.
Cry for the Moon though.
Cry for the Moon.
There's some layers. We were so excited for this.
I love her names. Okay, I have to pause it because while we're listening to this, I have this big shit-eating grin on my face the entire time.
Yes, you do.
The thing that I was thinking about, and I'm sure you guys were all wondering, Ollie runs around the house going, "Ee!" all the time.
I thought you were going to say that.
And with I literally just said that I listened to this song quite a lot in the car. Now I'm wondering if he's just running around copying Simona because of how many times he has heard this song.
That would be the best. I don't think so, but that would be way better.
So that's why I had such a big grin on. I love the entrance to this song as well. That's why I've listened to it so many times.
It is probably one of your favorites.
It is. It definitely is. And so that's why I was smiling so much at the beginning.
She sounds like Oliver.
No, she does not.
Don't quote that. Here we go.
I never really knew what he was saying when he was growling. Oh my
Oh,
god.
it just went to a different level.
This song has definitely hit a different level because I've listened to it so many times that I've just been so enhanced by the music. I haven't really paid much attention to the lyrics in full.
In full, exactly, because you miss some of them sometimes, especially when Mark comes in, you can't gather all of it sometimes. But now that we can see what it's totally about, the cry for the moon and all that, it all makes sense now. And no, everyone loves to cast that stone and not look at the mirror and see themselves as being the real perpetrator of a lot of the things they're accusing people of.
Casting stones while living in glass houses.
Yeah, no kidding. This is great.
Gorgeous. Perfectly structured.
Like how? Please pause it.
I think it paused.
Yeah, you're good.
Good. It just skipped to the next song and I was scared for a second.
Wow.
Knowing the full lyrics of that song hits so different.
So different. And like it's so true and they're being so real and all these like especially like the Catholic and all these people that were getting called out for even like raping some of these little boys and girls and all that, taking the virginity. They even went that
Washing their
far,
hands in the
and then just washing
innocence.
their hands and thinking you can buy forgiveness.
And that's also the thing. So, like, even I grew up Pentecostal, and even in our church,
Right.
the amount of times, like, every Sunday they would pass the bag around and everyone would put money in it. You had to pay your
Absolutely.
10%.
Yeah,
There was no other option. Whatever you made, you paid 10% of it back to the church.
definitely.
And so, like, as soon as they said you cannot buy your innocence, you can't buy your forgiveness, sorry,
Yeah,
and yet you keep believing that you can go back every Sunday, wash your hands, and get back to the innocence that you're destroying.
totally.
Man, that is so real. Oh, wow. So, like, this was gorgeous. I've listened to the song so many times, and now getting back into it, being able to read the lyrics along with it because I've already heard the music aspect so many times.
Yeah,
Like,
that really like let us fully understand what Cry for the Moon truly
truly
was. And
was.
then also this is the one that actually took them around the world,
It
right?
is.
And we've seen always they always add a little extra when we're seeing it live, like whether it's a
Yeah.
speech, whether it's a drum solo that gets
There's
extended,
clapping,
there's
different
clapping
things.
added. So like it was really nice to hear it kind of in the more classical side, because that's
Hmm.
what I'm getting from the studio version compared to the live. Obviously they're a metal band too, symphonic metal, but you're getting really more of the classical side coming out, which is really making it feel like a different experience too.
It really
And I
is.
love it because it's adding more layers to it as well.
Absolutely. There have been so many layers in here that we don't normally hear with the even the new mix that they have of live and the different mixes that come out.
Mhm.
But like even in I think it was a Sensorium, the way they even layered the choir behind them versus
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
wasn't layered
Would
in
say
like
like the same lyric kind of behind it after she would say
absolutely,
it.
which gave me very much like the choir in Hunchback of Notre Dame kind of
Oh,
vibes when they
nice.
like did the back and forth there with the exact same lyric. So like they have so many different styles on this original studio album.
Epica shows you
Man,
how to do real worship music because there is a sense of a worship style to their music, even
there
as well.
is.
And if you check out their lyrics, though, they're telling it how it is, and that's always why we've
Yeah,
enjoyed it. Because I mean, and the embrace that Smothers kind of is when the church is taking over everything of
the
how you're supposed
embrace
to
of
live and
Smothers.
everything, right? And you can't even breathe from that pressure
Absolutely.
sometimes. So I'm really enjoying this so far. We are now on to song number 4. This is Feint. We have only heard this song once. I believe we heard this song during the 20th anniversary as well. I think
I
we heard a
believe
lot of these original songs from the Phantom
I
Agony
think
in the
like the
20th
first
anniversary.
5 songs we
Yeah.
we heard there. So like this has been phenomenal.
So we're going to get right into it. We'll be right back as we're good parents. We're going to go check out the boys real quick. The kiddos are good. They're watching a movie right now. We got 3 songs in a row before we go check on them again. So we're doing Feint, Illusive Consensus, and then um Façade of Reality. And that is actually a
Ooh.
song you have not done yet.
Yeah, I'm really excited by the title, but no, I haven't done that one yet.
So we have done Feint though. Let's get into this one. Another beautiful one.
The very brightest
almost sounds like, remember when they had a bunch of the orchestral melody, at the medley?
Yeah.
And it almost feels like there's a part of this song that was part of that medley in retrospect.
Yes,
Because I
absolutely.
feel like I've heard this without singing, but I know we've heard this in the 20th anniversary now as the full song, but
It sounds like more familiar than that.
yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I must say, like, they almost feel like not a completely different band, but when Isaac and Aryan and Rob came, they kind of almost went like a more metal type of a way, and there was such a different entity, like where Cry for the Moon is kind of like the epitome of what they sound like, but like Feint here is a really good hidden gem, at least for me. I know probably a lot of you love this song, but I didn't think it was gonna be like so powerful at the end too.
Absolutely, because like we heard this at the 20th anniversary, and it was like, wow, this is a good song. But now hearing this from, I forgot the name of this album. I'm so sorry.
The Phantom Agony.
The Phantom Agony, their first album. And now and being able to have it with the lyrics at the same time, it's like, wow, this is really beautiful.
This is such a great way to take it all in.
Yeah, it really is. I'm really glad that we for going through a lot of these songs that we've heard before but don't fully like understand fully with the lyrical wise. I love that we have Spotify that has the lyrics there for you with such crisp, clean albums, because this has been beautiful.
Yeah, it has, and we're already on the 5th song, y'all. This is Illusive Consensus, and if you're still here, thank you so much. And if you're here for the premiere, thank you as well. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember this one.
I don't remember this one.
There we go, though. Maybe the best guitar work so have like a poppy vibe too, eh?
This song does.
Yeah, like
I-
a lot of their songs, not a lot of them, but some of their songs have a poppy
They
vibe.
have a poppier vibe from this album, absolutely.
Mhm.
This song particularly, I know we've heard it because you have a star beside it.
Yeah, we've heard it once.
But I don't
Just once.
remember it. So it's
Exactly.
really cool to come back to this one. And I'm curious as to why it's maybe not played as often anymore at their live performances.
I think it's just because like they have 3 songs on this that are just so dominant, and it's
That
hard for
makes
this one to
sense.
come up in the future. Where probably at the beginning they must have played this a few times.
Yeah, because their discography has also gotten so massive.
Yeah, because y'all
Since this
challenged us
time.
to say there's no bad songs, and so far we're so good.
We're still good. You know, it's great.
I'm loving the guitar work on this one. Oh. One of their other masterpieces must be. Oh, so the 5 things I thought it would go longer. That shows we didn't know. I love when they blend English and Latin like that. That's them at their best. Okay, so I got to hear this one at Paradiso, or Paradiso, I think it was called, which was their live where you got to see all these older members, and so that's a really cool place. I don't know if you remember that venue.
I don't know if I remember it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember the
okay.
name of the
Which-
venue.
which is fine. And so I'm excited for you for a first time reaction on this one. You excited?
I'm excited. I love the name of it, Façade of Reality, because
Mm-hmm.
that is such a truth of what we're all kind of going through now is the facade of reality. And this is part 5 of the Embrace the Smothers. So this one, if we were listening to just the Embrace the Smothers, would come after Cry for the Moon.
You got that correct.
So this is going to be really interesting to see how this goes. And you mentioned how much you love how they blend English and Latin.
Yeah.
Cry for the Moon and this one both have a lot of Latin in them.
They do. And I don't know why it makes it better, but it sure does. And
It
they knew
sure
it made
does.
it better, and that's why they've been doing it since the beginning. Like when we talked to Isaac, we were talking about like what we love about Epica, and obviously this is like 20 years later. So he's like, well, yeah, like we've been doing this since the beginning. Like, of course. It was like, well, yeah, you're right. But we were new to this, so now we're finally starting from the beginning, and we don't realize how really established they fully were.
No, we didn't, because even the very first song we listened to, I was like, right, they have metal colleges over there. You don't just fall into a band, right? Like you spend your life going to school being like, no, I want to play music. I want to do this. I want to go to a music college. We don't have that over here. We have like one music college, I think, or College of the Arts in Ontario. And that's like, I don't even want to talk about how far away that is. So like this is really unique to see how pristine and already established they were first album.
Yeah, 2 decades ago.
2 decades
This is
ago.
impressive. There you go.
Right into it.
Yeah.
Ino ja pewnie będę
Frederick Nietzsche medal.
It is. It really is.
And I totally did not mean to be rude by checking my phone while the beginning went on. I actually, now that I have it paused, will take the small time to get back to what I was trying to do. And it was just trying to get back to the original band members to make sure I remember Yevs for the bassist.
Yeah.
And the drummer is Jeroen. And I just wanted to make sure we remember those names, so at least we're giving them the respect that they deserve, because I really think because the bass and the drums are such about part of the rhythm, so like it really changes
is. And we've already called out the bassist for how jazzy he's been sounding, and how unique his like bass is in these songs, and it's just so prominent. And this drummer Jeroen is insane.
Really is. And you can notice the difference in Cry for the Moon a lot with like the intro fills.
Yeah.
And that's always the first time I noticed the difference, because when Arjen's in, he does a complete different style.
Yeah, he has a different style of playing.
Yeah.
He's the battery boy, so you know.
Yeah.
So
and again, loving the lyrics here, and it's definitely continuing the story. This is definitely part 5.
I didn't even notice you had checked your phone, because I had just completely forgot what we were doing and just got so pulled into the music.
Of course.
And then I was like, oh, right, we're like reacting. I haven't heard this one before. Don't get lost, Alanna. Like,
no, please get lost, and then I can talk, and then you just get to enjoy too.
This is phenomenal. I'm actually something the main guitarist Ad he those triplets.
Those triplets are so unique for him.
Yeah, he loves those.
That's a staple for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When I play, I'm all about the slides. He's the triplets.
He's the triplets.
This is a 8-minute banger. Here we go. Correct singer for the correct lyric here.
This mass terrorism is the new evil in our world today. Those people who lost their lives on the 11th of September, and those that mourn them. Now is the time for the strength to build that community. Let that be their memorial.
Yeah. What do you want to say to
Oh
that?
my god. This has been just insane the whole way around. I loved that that you called out the bass section in the last part that we listened to. But it was also with a
1 second, I'm just gonna let you have it.
I don't know where he came from.
I don't even know he was in here.
But that brass section, but it was also with the string section, like the violins. There was I believe cellos and everything.
Yeah,
So
there's
it was
everything going
insane. And I love how deep and dark it was, especially at that moment. And then these guitar riffs and everything in between each vocal
How
section.
they're transitioning with them.
Their transition is so unique from what we have heard in the past from or in the future from Epica.
It's very similar to like Cry for the Moon style.
Yeah.
Like it's really a signature sound.
It really is a signature sound. And this really is an epic. And I was kind of like, while we were listening to it, I'm like, why don't they play this one often as well? Because it's just amazing. But then as soon as the speaking came in, they mentioned September 11th. I'm like, oh, that also adds to why it's probably not performed anymore.
Very, very true.
But this is an absolute epic, and I really love how it followed in the embrace of the Smothers, how it follows Cry for the Moon, because the Cry for the Moon and then the beginning of this one really was giving me like that Catholic call out kind of vibe.
100%.
Right? Because that's kind of what we're all used to. But then on that next mention, it's like, no, they're calling out every religious faith, especially for those who go to the most extreme and use it as a license to kill.
A license, yeah, exactly.
Because they're saying only those with the true faith, right? So it's like, it's the difference between having faith and having religious ties.
No,
because
totally.
they are separate things.
And what I love what they're doing here is like when that sucker punch has to come in with the lyrics, that's when Mark's coming in to deliver it, right?
Yes, I love it.
Right? So it just hits you even more. And this is like honestly such a great way to, I know I already said this, but being able to really hear the lyrics as we've heard Epica so many times, now we actually really get to see what they're saying. We already knew they were philosophical and like they talked about a lot of real stuff. They already got something from 9/11 because this is 2 years after 9/11, right?
It is.
So like,
and it affected the whole world.
So, like, and everything that went on from that, because it's all the restrictions that came after that.
Absolutely. Like we used to, just talking about quick restrictions, we used to be able to go into the United States with just our license, but now we need our passport. Right? Because I used to, my grandparents would take us on vacation. We go down to the States, go to Mount Washington, whatever it was, Mount Baker, and come back. And it was just like, fun little week-long vacations. And you could just go with your driver's license.
Right.
Now you need passports and this and that and full clearances and everything because it is another country. But it didn't necessarily feel like it, back pre-2000.
And it shows they're so good that you don't even have to know what they're saying because you're going to love the music regardless. But if you want to dive deeper, like the way that we want to now, then you're going to get rewarded for doing it.
Absolutely. Wow.
They're so good.
So good. Oh, I have to pause it going into this
Please
next
do, because
one.
it's actually a song we have not heard.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
we both have not heard
exciting.
this one yet. We're finally at one that it's the first time reaction for both.
First time for both of us. That was a really good transition. I like when Epica has their abrupt transitions where the song stops, gives you that time to breathe, and then comes into like a slow build up into the next song.
Absolutely.
Because it feels like another chapter of the story that they're continuing along. Epica, along with many other bands from this area,
Yeah.
are really good at the storytelling of their albums.
Yeah, or at least like we're just focusing more on storytelling now that
Yeah.
we're checking out bands from this area. I don't know which one it is.
I don't know which one
Because
it
I'm
is
sure
either.
like there's storytelling in all music as well. And I think it's more now that we're just attacking lyrics at a different level.
Yeah.
Which is honestly, like, take it from me. I used to watch reactions. I used to listen to just music. Now when you're reacting to music, it's a whole different
ball
level
game.
if you're trying to incorporate the lyrics with it. The other level we could do if we had the time to make this a 4-hour video is check out the Latin and see what all that means too, because that's even a different level.
That
you could
is
go
a
with this
whole
too.
different level, but I don't want to Google every Latin. There's so much Latin in here, but
I'm
we
sure
will find out.
That you could if you wanted to, is all I'm
Absolutely.
saying. That's how layered every single song is. And now we're at Run for a Fall, and this is number 7, so we're already halfway through what we're going to check out. I'm ready to go in. You ready?
I'm ready for
Okay.
this too.
Do not use the past as an alibi.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice relaxing song after that heavy hitter.
But it's a contradiction because it's a very soft going song, but the lyrics are kind of a punch in the face. You know what I mean? So it's like this is such a relaxing song. It's like, yeah, relaxing.
Well, focus on the instruments.
But no, it's a gorgeous ballad, and I love how what Epica does with a lot of their songs is they're always tackling a topic.
Oh yeah, every time.
Always tackling a topic.
They're not wasting any space.
They're not wasting
Trying
any
to teach.
space, and it's like here's the truth of a situation, and here is it in a relaxing, beautiful ballad.
Yeah.
So that you can understand it and take it in, and maybe even you use a word when you bring it into yourself fully. Incorporate it into yourself completely because it's done in such a style. But yeah, it's a gorgeous ballad musically. Lyrically, it's kind of a punch in the face, but it's also, it's truth that you have to go with. I'm going to rewind it a little bit.
Okay.
There we go. That didn't rewind it at all.
I'll rewind for you, honey.
Thank you.
No worries. it's always before the fall, but when you're running for the fall, that's like you're just letting everything blind you at that point.
Yeah. This is so specific because of it's like don't let this happen, but like you're blinded and you're deaf from the praise that you once had. It's like living in those glory days.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So it's like because you had this praise, you're living there, you're never moving forward, and you're just neglecting everything at the present.
Mm-hmm. And
So, like,
I've noticed, like, do they have any guitar solos in their older albums before Isaac?
I don't know.
That's something I'm curious. I'm wondering, like, I don't know if we missed one, but I don't think we have heard one
We've
yet.
had like the piano with Kuhn come in and the guitar at the same time, and we've had
But
a
not
lot
an
of
actual
those.
guitar solo, I don't think.
No, nothing like old school kind of slashy kind of style.
And that's also what makes them sound a little different too, because they still have these incredible, intricate like guitar riffs too. But that's something I haven't noticed. But I'm liking this ballad style and the
Absolutely.
acoustic style on this one.
Lots of horn and string instrument combinations.
There you go. Okay, I get what you mean now. So instead of guitar solos, they're almost using like the strings and orchestral to release that tension
Of the solo, exactly.
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful because that is so different, isn't it?
It is, but it still gives you that release as if there was
Yeah.
a solo. And that's why we had to sit here and question for a second. It's like, are there solos? Because we've been still having the release
Yeah.
as if having like an old school guitar solo in a metal band, but they're using the orchestra to produce that.
Because that part easily could have had like a little 20-second
Yeah.
solo there to fill, and that would
Absolutely.
have sounded maybe just as good. But that's honestly, this sounds just as good as well. So here we go. You'll find out. heard that one yet.
Oh my goodness.
That sounds great. Which we have only heard one time, and is part of the Embrace Us Mothers. Is part 6 now.
It's part 6.
Yeah.
That's really cool how they've done like the Embrace That Smothers 4, 5, and 6, but then they've put a filler song in between, so it's not one right after the other.
Yeah, even a couple
Songs in between. Wow. I actually, that last one that we heard, I really loved that ballad kind of style. Run for a Fall.
Yeah.
But then how heavy it got at the end.
And that was right after I called it out, saying this one was like a lot more like reserved and kind of ballad-like, and was doing the acoustic. And then it's like, oh yeah, sing. And then it switched
Here
it up.
you go.
Mark came in and he's like, no, we got the whole deal every single time.
Absolutely. Especially because you said that one was an 8-minute song.
That one was only 6. The
Was
one
6
previous
minutes.
before it was 6.
Was okay. So yeah, so like this
Went
was
that fast.
It went by very
By
fast.
so fast, y'all. I can't believe we're already on number 8.
Yeah, because we thought it was going to be very ballad, like we kind of like removed our the walls that you would have, kind of. I don't even know if that's the correct terminology, but when your preparedness, it ended up caught us off guard because we were like, okay, we don't need to be prepared for something that's going to possibly give us a heart attack because it's Epica. So we're going to listen to this beautiful ballad and catch our breath and like listen to these amazing lyrics that are kind of, punch in the face like. So it was kind of a great
they're a stand-up band.
A stand-up, absolutely.
They're definitely a stand-up band. That's why if you go see them, you got to go on the floor to stand with them, right?
Absolutely.
And jump with them.
Yes.
All right.
Man, this one's getting right into it, especially after that, because they did give you a slow release at the end of that last song, and now to go into this is going to be just...
And this is Seif Aldin?
Seif Aldin, yeah. The Embrace That Smothers.
Okay. You ready?
Here we go.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember this one actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why have we not called out Coon more?
Right?
Yeah, sorry about that. Coon's just been slaying so much. We're just, I guess, so used to him. He's been a staple from the beginning.
He's been slaying so much for so long that it's like...
But we got to shout him out because he's the one who's like slaying all the solos for us. So we didn't even like really call that out when we're saying it. Like, Coon, you're like really driving this a lot.
He really is. And like I can see why, as being a staple, because like you and I were talking even earlier and many times like off camera, and I love like his portable piano that he has now is probably one of my favorite instruments that they have. I wonder how long he's had it for. I wonder how long he's been mobile on stage.
Yeah, if that's always been his style, right?
If that's always been his style, or something that's come from being with the band for so long.
I bet that's always been a staple for him.
Yeah, because he truly is such an energetic soloist.
Yeah,
he really is.
Enthusiasm, that's for sure. And it's just so we needed to shout him out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a really cool song. I do remember it. I believe we heard this one at the Sahara Dust.
We did, and it was like because we had a long break, and then we listened to this one in the Phantom Agony after this as well, which I think is the next song. So let's get into this because this is all good. Oh yeah.
The rudiments have always been misinterpreted during history, despite the good intentions of many disciples whose faithful belief was strong and unswaying. Most leaders interpret the old words to their advantage in the attempt of gaining leadership and power over those unfortunate enough to fall under their maliciousness and manipulative ways. This misuse of trust will forever stain the pages of history, echoing the exploitation and the frailty of decent men carried away by nurtured rancor.
Oh! I mean, when this came out too, if you actually are like a thinking person too, this band would have been so for you. That's why they've probably created such a good community right off the bat of Epicans, because you have to like this type of like philosophical talk a little bit if you love. Obviously the music is enough to just enjoy them for the music, but you have to like it a little bit.
You have to have some amount of interest, like you said in one of the other songs. You're like, this is like Nietzsche metal, right? So you have to have some kind of interest or even philosophical love to be able to fully get into this, the lyric of this band.
We literally have, like, I'm pretty sure Mark has a degree in psychology, and you can just feel it in the music too, right?
You can, absolutely.
Yeah. Making the Phantom Agony album.
Maybe. Love this moment, eh? Snake modes. We gotta see how it blends in. What do you gotta say, Tim? We love this one. Trust us. So it just stops and then continues.
I can't see you. I can't hear you. Do you still exist?
That felt like an extended intro.
It sure did, didn't it?
Surpass, and the past won't overtake the present. All that remains is an obsolete illusion. We are afraid of all the things that could not be. A phantom agony. We dream at night, or do we share the same old fantasy? I am a silhouette of the person wanting in my dreams. We are afraid of all the things that could not be. A phantom agony.
Let me hear
I
it.
love that line. We meditate too much so that all of our instincts fade away. The amount of times, like, if you take meditation as thinking inwardly on yourself, even a lot like therapy, medications, all the different things that we meditate on to take us away from our instincts, to take us away from the things that, when you could normally read a room and be like, maybe I'm not welcome here, and you forget those moments of
Right.
perhaps I'm in danger.
Very true. I'm getting just taken away by the music on this one, and I'm so glad that you took on the challenge of the lyrics on this one. I wanted to give myself the music. That's why I even asked for it to bleed in, because I really love this song, and I wanted to hear how they bookend the song,
Absolutely.
because I think this song you need to give it the justice, because it really is one of their epics again, because this is like one of their
It's the
9-minute
title
one.
track.
It's the title track, which always slays for them.
The music is gorgeous. That one line really stuck out to me.
Good. Thanks for
and-
sharing it too.
Yeah, so that's just something that really, and I was like, oh, that's deep, because also just with my own life, we have also been listening to a lot of people talking about the overuse of things that could be good for us and how it's affecting us.
Right.
So that really stuck out to me, especially from 20 years ago, having that kind of thought process.
Yeah, no kidding.
What's the point of life, and what's the meaning if we all die in the end? Does it make sense to learn, or do we forget everything? We are afraid of all the things that could not be. A phantom agony.
We're all sadists and pessimists so far.
Yep. Absolutely.
The age-old development of consciousness love. struts and conductors. Right?
Absolutely.
We're entering her dream. Such a patient ending.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, for me, I want to know what Mark's history is with the music that influenced him growing up.
Absolutely.
And all of them too, because I'm sure they all have a chance to like blend into the songs. And but I know Mark had a lot of the pie for what actually came out creatively, I believe. And for him, he's just such a classical lover, because to be able to do a like an epic like that and then have like 2 minutes that just ends so patiently, it's almost like Opeth. Like, we loved Opeth before joining
Absolutely.
into this, and Opeth has a way that just shows patience and the ability to kind of return to some of the familiar ones and just let it run 8 times instead of 4 times, and the ability that Epica has to do that. But they do it in such like a ballad like, but then it always is so heavy, and they literally have every staple in every single song, regardless of how long or short it is too.
They really do, absolutely. You had mentioned earlier that you loved the composition and the structure of the music that was coming out, especially for a first album.
Yeah.
And how, like,
No kidding.
how I want to say professional. They are professional, but on their first album, they already had it set in stone. Like, this is the
Yeah.
foundation that we want to be continuing
Exactly.
forward. And like, I have to say that I completely agree with that, because for me, I grew up loving, even before Opeth or any kind of metal, the symphony and the concert. And so being in this with how he just fully pulled the band back
Right. Yeah.
and just had the orchestra finishing
Exactly.
everything, it really brings you into, like, this is the epitome of what Epica is they're going back to those original foundations. Because if you take, like, Ode to Joy, like original Mozart or something like that, and instead of playing it on a piano and you play it on an electric guitar,
Right.
it is super metal.
Of course
Like,
it
honestly,
is.
it is so metal. It's insane.
Absolutely. Bach and all of them.
Bach especially.
Yeah.
So, like, it's really crazy how, because of that foundation that is there, Mark has been able to say, okay, we can still be as metal as we want and as dark as we want, while still, you know, playing with these orchestral instruments that are
Of course.
the original foundation of what
'Cause
music
it's like a
truly
mood
is.
too. You
It's
know?
a mood. It's
Yeah.
that, right? And so being able to pull that in, and especially like we were saying on the last song, it's like we're still getting the satisfaction of a guitar solo through the bass section and the string section without actually having a guitar solo because he's able to orchestrate it that beautifully together.
And I'm not shy to say I do miss my guy Isaac a little bit.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit, okay, y'all? But this has been incredible, and it's just blowing by. I can't believe we only have 3 songs left for us. We're doing Veniality, which we have not done yet, Triumph of Defeat, which we have not done yet, and then we're going to end with Basic Instinct, which is just the orchestral, and then we'll kind of let that one play as we finish this off. So we did say 3 songs ago we were going to go check on the boys.
Oh no.
Sorry, we were enjoying so long, so we'll be right back, y'all. I'm sure they're okay, but we'll be right back. We are on song number 9, which is Veniality, you think?
Veniality.
It sounds like Veniality, but Veniality.
Veniality.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. We are on song number 9, Veniality, which is an interesting song name. I don't know what that means, but
neither do I.
Since we're on the extended version, I'm pretty sure Phantom Agony is where it ends normally. Correct me if I am wrong. If this is part of the original one before it became extended, let me know. But this is none of us have reacted to this yet.
Ooh.
So we haven't reacted to this one, and Triumph of Defeat, which is after, and then we're doing Basic Instinct.
That's really cool that these final 3 songs we actually haven't heard.
Yes.
So this is going to be a completely new treat. So if you guys are here with us, remember to hit that like because you made it this far.
Yes,
I
thank
can't
you.
wait to get into the songs that we haven't heard yet.
Yeah, here we go. Cinematic of this one. Like a sending off of.
Searching for what she can find, for peace of She can forgive nor forget the past. These ineffable feelings and hurt that last
Nice.
That was a change up.
That was a good switch up. I didn't expect it either.
No.
Don't enthrall yourself, let the penance begin. You've got to open your heart to see the confinement.
little hidden gem.
Yeah, definitely a hidden gem. I was just thinking this one, and I forgot the name of the other song, but the Punch in the Face song.
The one right before, or
Not right before, the one
the
that...
CFL did before Phantom Agony?
No, it wasn't that one. I think it was Run for a Fall.
Okay.
The one that started like a ballad, but then the lyrics were like just about conquering the truth and not using your pain or your past as an excuse.
Right.
That song and this song, just while I was listening to this one, because this one is more like bewail the truth, so you have to be able to face the truth and face the fate and then also conquer it.
Very
So
true.
those two songs go together almost hand in hand, like a conversation where it's like, hey, here is this, that you have to be able to accept this and don't use it as an excuse, but you still have to be able to conquer it.
Right.
But it's two different sides of a coin, and I think those two songs would actually play very well one after another. I
Right.
like that they had the Serif and Phantom of Agony between them, Serif Aldine and Phantom Agony between them, but I think Run for a Fall and Venality would go so well together,
Together,
lyrically
right.
and musically, like one after another.
Yeah.
So this is gorgeous.
I'm glad you took so much out of this. I think after the Phantom of the Agony, this one I just took because it had like kind of that classical beginning. It wasn't hitting me as much,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
fair.
and then it took that switch kind of halfway through, but nothing really like stood out to me. And I think it's just because it's been such a long grind with doing the whole album, which is something I'm not even used to doing itself normally.
Yeah.
So this is actually a lot to take in, because Epica is a lot to take in
It
if you're
is.
trying to take it all down to every single line, because like you said, every song is addressing something.
It really is every
So I'm
single
so
one.
thankful for you to be able to add a lot of the extra to
Thank
that. And so thank you for covering me on this one, because now we only have 2 songs left, and I kind of went with these ones because there was 22 songs in this whole thing, but the other ones again were just, as you see, the single version of the Phantom Agony, which is only like a 5-minute version, and then there's like orchestral versions and all that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
now we're jumping to Triumph of Defeat, and that was Veniality. Nice.
No lyrics on this one.
No,
Very cool photo.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
A little change up.
The expanded edition.
Yeah, expanded edition.
I like it.
Good one, eh?
Very good one.
Catching me on. Right off the bat. Oh, wow. Very progressive. This is great. There we go. First solo. This is the bill, I guess. Love it though.
Absolutely. This is way up your alley.
And I just must say, because also you don't have the lyrics coming down and all that, that takes like a different sense away and a different experience. And like, though I've loved this, like diving into it, I'm also excited after now doing this reaction to finally just sit down, close my eyes, and just get to listen to
Absolutely.
it and like fully take it in.
This is the hardest song, the heaviest song
It sure-
on the album so far.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I don't even know if it was like really a part of it or if it's part of
Or
the
if it's like an
extended,
LP,
right?
just a part of the extended edition.
Yeah, so let us know about this one too. Okay, here we go. Biggest surprise, I think.
Wow.
Very happy about that one.
Wow.
Like you said, that was like the heaviest one. Like, I don't know if someone came in to play guitar there or if that was just Mark kind of adding that really incredible fill part, but it felt like it was a different guitarist and like it had a different style
It had
to
a different
right?
style to it. And what's crazy is when we were talking about getting into this, I guess we need to also take our headphones off now.
There is one more.
Is there one more?
There is one more.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't know. So that's really cool because this was a completely instrumental, and when we were talking, we were like, oh well, with the instrumental, like
I guess that was an instrumental, wasn't it?
yeah, this was an
It just
instrumental.
had like vocalization.
Vocalization with
Well,
like a choir, but it was
yeah.
a full instrumental piece.
Fair enough.
And so it's crazy that the heaviest song that we've heard so far was instrumental.
Very true.
So that was really cool to kind of get into and have like the first solo or
Those fills felt like a solo.
those
at
fills
least,
felt like a
since
solo.
There wasn't any before that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So like that was so cool to get into and kind of also see where with this being the first album, if it was on the original album, to show where the band can go and where they had gone, because this
Very
was
true.
such an experience for a first album from Epica.
It sure is, and this has been an absolute treat. Thank you so much if you've been here from the beginning or anytime you did come in with the premiere, or if you're here on your own time, thank you so much for spending time with us as well. We are doing Basic Instinct to finish this off, and I think this is an actual orchestral as well, but it's the only song that we have not heard yet.
Absolutely.
And we wanted to make sure we captured every single song so we don't miss anything, because we're also going to be doing the EPs on the way going up through their whole discography, because might as well, we love Epica that much. Now we are going to go on to Basic Instinct though.
Yeah. Cool.
Another one like this.
We've got some like a little techno-y Star Trek feel coming in here.
Yeah. Makes sense why they were picked, I guess.
I do have to say that with these photos,
Yeah.
I'll restart this. With these photos, I love that we're listening to the original album with the original band members, but we still have the photos of all the current band members.
Yeah, that's true.
Good job, Spotify. But this is a great photo, though.
It is a great photo.
This is amazing. I just want to restart this intro because it's like, or go back 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, yeah, give it justice. We can start from this. This is a whole new experience for us, too.
Absolutely.
Going to space. Cheers, everyone. I wonder where this is from. If this is an orchestral version. It's done.
That was insane. That was for me, that was like almost Requiem for a Dream kind of level, which like that is an insane piece of music right there.
It really was, and like you were saying about the other one, that really shows what else they can do and what else they did.
They have done,
Right?
absolutely, because we're coming from the future.
It feels weird because like we missed all of this back in, because we should have been listening to it back in 2003, but we're over in Canada, y'all. So like we had a whole different type of influence. Though I loved Fantasia, I love Disney, and that's kind of the type of vibe I get with this like really old Epica.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And then they mix some metal into it with some growls too, and like it's just a perfect blend of everything I love. And I think it's just so cool because we did 12 songs that quick, y'all. I'll make sure to
Yeah.
put all of them up here, and they're all have the staple though of what Epica becomes, and they still like had the guitars had such similar riffs throughout the whole all these songs, and I thought that was just such a cool thing to see from Ad because I don't know what else he has done,
I don't
but I
know.
want to go check out where these guys went to as well.
Absolutely, because I don't know what else he's done either, or kind of where these guys went to. I don't remember what original band member it was, but when we watched them open at their 20-year anniversary as Sahara Dust,
Right.
one of the original band members did make like a guest appearance, but I can't remember who that
Oh.
was. So we'll have to find out, or you guys will let
I
us
know
know
in
in the
retrospect
comments.
they actually let all of them come back for one of the songs too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that one.
I don't think I did.
Right, yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah,
I missed
absolutely.
something.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, you miss a lot of retrospect, and that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's why we wanted to start from the beginning. We become Epicans, and like y'all have said, they don't have any bad songs. They don't.
No, they don't.
Those last two ones that randomly had the picture of the new Epica both sounded incredible.
Incredible.
Out of nowhere. That's why I knew we still had to do them for I just had a gut feeling that they'd be worth it still, and I think they were definitely worth it. And I don't think
Definitely.
anyone's reacted to those ones on YouTube either. I hope this really makes it on as well. I'm sure it will. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
This, I'm really curious about Basic Instincts because it did say orchestral version. So I wonder
Exactly.
if there is like a lyrical version as well, like an original studio album piece.
There must be.
Because if this is the orchestral version, and we also saw there was Run
Part
to
1,
the
2,
Fall.
and 3 not there.
Yeah, part 1, 2, and 3 were not there. They also had the Run for the Fall orchestral edition version as well.
They had like all the orchestrals for them.
All of them.
And the singles too. So you would
Yeah.
love that part of the
I'm-
album too, right?
I absolutely would, because actually today I was listening to like a Human Nature, which does a similar
Nice.
thing.
Okay, cool.
Right, where they have like the lyrical versions of like the original songs, and then they have the orchestral version.
Yeah,
or
because
a
there's
whole
10 more
different-
songs on this, right?
Absolutely, that's so cool. So like,
Yeah.
I'm really excited now that I have another album that I can add to my playlist that I can listen
Which is
to on
great
my
for us
own.
too.
Which is great for us too. But now to know that there are also orchestral versions that I also get to listen to, knowing that I've heard the song, but then to focus and deep dive on like the mastery that is behind the music.
Yeah.
Because we know that Mark does a lot, he writes a lot of it and does
Most of it, yeah.
most of it.
Yeah.
So this really shows the inner workings of his mind and what he's putting together.
You got that
And
right.
he's very Fantasia, very like,
Oh my god, yes,
that's
thanks for saying that.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
That's something that I've noticed a lot about the metal music that comes from this area is it has a lot of like those mythical fantasy, almost Disney like
Sure does,
um,
yeah. Pushes the
sprinkles, and it pushes the envelopes in so many
It's
ways.
rebellious in ways. Like,
It
I never thought
truly is.
classical would be rebellious in ways, and I don't even say it's rebellious. It's like standing up for yourself, which in a way is
Yeah,
rebellious.
it
but
is
I mean,
a
it's-
form of rebellion.
Yeah, exactly, and it's like trying to rebel against the thing that's trying to smother you.
Absolutely. And
You
if
know?
you go into history, like with like Mozart and Bach and all of these classical musicians, they were all rebellious. Every
Yes.
single one of them
No
was
kidding.
rebelling against something that was forced upon them. And they
just art.
created this masterful art. And that's what Epica has done, is like it is so rebellious and unique. And it really is, in my mind, matching a lot of these original classical composers.
Absolutely, and just to like kind of finish this off, I want to tell all of y'all what kind of my favorite songs are from them in no particular order, though. I'm gonna have to say "Cry for the Moon," "Façade of Reality,"
That was really good.
and the Phantom Agony were probably the three that stood out for me the most.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you want to. You don't have to say whatever.
I loved every single one of them.
Great.
I really liked this final one here, the one we just Basic Instinct. I know that was just the orchestral, but that one really stood out for me for everything
end
that it was a great way to end it. I loved how they continued through with each piece, because they had a couple that flowed really well together with their transitions. They had some amazing abrupt stops with a lot of their songs, and then some crazy hectic beginnings. So like this whole album is definitely one that, I'll be honest, if I would have heard it back in, what was this, 2003?
Yeah.
I was 10, so I probably wouldn't have.
I would have loved it.
I don't know if I may have, but this is like coming into this now, like, oh my God.
I think you can appreciate it more now too.
Absolutely.
Just because of the multi-layers of how you could have loved this band,
Absolutely.
right? Because they're so rich in every way.
They really are. And as I say that, I was 10, but like, look at Ollie when he's listening to
He's
Epica.
loving it now.
He
Exactly.
loves it. It's like
And he's our baby.
He's our baby. We put on Epica and he's like, "Where's my bottle? I just want to lay down and watch
She
Simona
sings Cry
on
for the Moon.
screen."
Yeah. That's someone who can, the lullabies for her. And that's why I was laughing so much when I knew you were hearing it in Cry for the Moon. I was like, don't bring up Ollie. And then you did when you brought it up. I was like, oh, she did. Yeah. And then now that's all I'm going to hear when Simone does that part. That's the only reason why I was like, don't say it.
Well, now I've said it, and now you'll always hear Simona and Ollie singing together.
I've ruined so many songs for you, so we all been there. But thank you all so much, Chronicans and Epicans. This has been quite the journey. This was the Phantom Agony, the first actual album from start to finish that we have
Absolutely.
done for Epica. Now we can go and listen to it on our own. And if you all had a good time with us, please hit that like button on your way out. But we are now exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Thank you so much, Chronicans, Epicans, and everyone who is here with us. This was an absolute feast for the ears. I can't wait to see what else we get into as we continue going from the beginning of Epica into where we currently are with the ninth studio album.
Epica 9's coming out now.
Coming out now. The camera is inverse to what I'm doing in reality, so it is a facade to reality. I can't wait to see what comes next. Peace and love, all.
We love you all. And after all of these lyrics have been said, I'm still going to say it. God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now.
You are now exiting Enter the Chronic's rabbit hole.
Thanks for your participation.
Make sure to follow, subscribe, and put on notifications. We will see you all next time. Stay tuned, tell your friends about us, and God bless.
Hey guys, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. If you like this channel, remember to subscribe right here. And if you want to subscribe to the artist that you just heard, remember, it is right here. And if you're excited to see another video that we think you might like, click here.
Thank you so much, Chronicans, for making it this far. We love you so much.